Hi BookTube, it's Vicky, and I'm here to give my TBR for Genreathon. Genreathon was started by four lovely ladies on BookTube. I'm going to list their channels below in the description box. I heard about it from Brittany over at Under the Radar Books, who is one of the hosts. And basically the idea of the readathon is that you read in genres that are outside of your comfort zone. There are only two requirements for the readathon. You have to read at least 3 books, and each book has to be in at least 3 different genres. Readathon starts today on the 10th and goes until the 17th. And so here are some of the books that I want to try and complete during the readathon. I have 3 books that I really am like 100% sure that I'm going to get to. And then the other books are kind of books I'm just going to sort of be choosing between, assuming that I finish these 3. One of the great stipulations of the readathon is that you can read books that you've already started. So the first book that I'm reading is in literary fiction. It is Cutting for Stone by Abraham Verghese. And I am currently, I think I only have like, oh no, I got like 200 pages left. I got like 100, no, more like 150 pages left. But I have really, really been loving this book. It is about, our protagonist's name is Marion, and he was born in Ethiopia to a Indian nun who, as far as anyone was concerned, they thought she was pretty much a virgin until she gave birth. And then, he was born a conjoined twin to his brother Shiva, though they are disconnected at birth. So this isn't a book about conjoined twins, which is what I kind of thought it was when I first went into it. And their father is suspected to be this white surgeon who disappears, who worked really closely with their mother. So this is about him growing up at Missing Hospital in Ethiopia and what that experience was like. And it's just been really beautiful. There's such a great cast of characters in this piece. Like, I'm just really been enjoying following this story with these people. I'm in the part of the story where Marion has immigrated to the United States, and he's comparing like his insights on the differences between Missing and the hospital that he currently works in is really, really interesting to me, because in Ethiopia he worked at a underfunded hospital for underfunded like missionary hospital, and now he's living in New York, and he's working at an underfunded Catholic hospital in New York. But the difference between an underfunded hospital in Ethiopia and an underfunded hospital in New York is completely, I mean, there's a huge difference between the two, and just sort of reading about his experiences and his comparing of the two, it's just been really fascinating. So I definitely want to finish this book this week. I really, really am enjoying it. So this is the first book that I hope to finish during the Genreathon. Next book that I hope to read is a children's book, I think, or middle grade, and it's called A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I just remember this being on a lot of people's list of favorite books like a year or 2 ago. I think this is great for a readathon because it should be pretty short. There's, like I said, it's like children's middle grade book. There's lots of illustrations. It's about a young man a little boy, I think his mother is going through cancer treatments, I think, and he is visited by a monster. And it kind of goes from there. So it's a children's book, which is completely out of my comfort zone because I don't really read children's books that often. And it's also children's, I think it's either children's horror, sort of, or like middle grade horror, which is definitely not something I am used to. So this is the second book I hope to finish. The next book I hope to finish is a graphic novel, because graphic novels are great for readathons. And that is Rat Queens Volume 2, The Far-Reaching Tentacles of Nergoth? I don't know. By Curtis J. Wiebe, Rock Upchurch, and Stefan Sejic. I read the first volume of Rat Queens, and I thought it was okay. I wasn't blown away by it. I thought it was a really good introduction to a lot of the characters. I kind of thought the storyline was lacking a little bit, but I figured it's just the first volume, so I kind of think that the story is probably will be developed more in the next couple of issues. So looking forward to checking this one out. And those are the 3 that I know I'm going to finish, like, hands down. I really expect I'm going to finish those during the readathon, unless something horrific happens. These other books I'm not quite sure about. So the next book that I really want to at least probably start during this week is The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. This is a memoir, which I don't read a lot of, and it's a memoir on grief, which is a subject that I am not very comfortable with. So it's really going to be a stretch for me, which is why I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to finish it during the readathon. I mean, it's not, I didn't realize it until after I had picked it, how this is probably not good readathon reading. But it's about Joan Didion, who, if I'm not mistaken, I believe she loses her husband and her child, like, one after the other. So she just has and she sort of writes through her loss in this book. I have the book, and I also checked out a audiobook recording on Overdrive of the book. So I'm hoping that those two things together will help make sure that I really get to the book and hopefully maybe finish it before the end of the week. But even if I don't finish it before the end of the week, I definitely intend to finish it sometime this year. So this is another book, another option for this week. And then I wanted to read a YA novel because I figured this readathon is a perfect time for me to read YA because I don't really read a lot of it. And the goal of this readathon is to get you to read things you don't read a lot of. I just can't at the moment pick which YA book to read. So I'm going to show you guys the ones that I'm thinking about reading. Maybe you guys can tell me down in the comments below which of the three you recommend. Because I don't know. I'm not really sure. So the first one is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I haven't read it. I didn't see the movie, and I just really want to know what all the hype is about. This is a big favorite of a lot of people, so I just really want to know, is this really as big of a deal as people make it out to be? I'm not going to spend time telling you guys what it's about, actually, partially because I can't remember it, partially because almost everybody knows. But yeah, this is one. The next one is Two Boys Kissing by David Levithan. I always want to say Leviathan, which is so wrong because that's a demon, so I shouldn't say that. But it's David Levithan, and I've just been curious about reading this because I haven't read a lot of LGBT literature, young adult LGBT literature. The LGBT books that I've read have all been adult literature, so I'm kind of curious to see what this looks like for this age group. So that was one of the reasons why I picked it up. It's about, from what I've heard, it's actually a series of vignettes about different boys and their romantic relationships and coming out and so on and so forth. And it's told through like a frame story of some sort that I think involves a kiss-a-thon, in which like two boys say that they're going to kiss for 24 hours or something like that. I'll probably be getting this synopsis like all wrong. I don't know, but that's what I like garnered from a bunch of reviews that I read and so on and so forth. I'm not sure about this book. Like I've read a lot of people who say that like the concept is ambitious and they like the stories, but I know a lot of people didn't like the writing style in this, and the description of the writing style sounds like something that might put me off too, but I'm still really curious. So this is a possibility for the week. And then the last one is Blue Bloods by Melissa De La Cruz. I bought this when I was in undergrad, like a long time ago. And I think I bought it initially because it was a young adult novel by a person of color. Melissa De La Cruz is Filipino. She actually grew up in the Philippines and left there, I think, when she was in high school. And so I think that's what drew me to this book. It's a paranormal. So that's really, I guess, because it has vampires in it, and I think that's what it's called when there are vampires, is paranormal. And so like I have no idea what I'm doing in this genre. Like it's a genre that I'm like, I haven't read it in so long. I haven't read young adult in so long. I feel like completely out of the loop. But it's about like these rich, wealthy kids who find out that they're vampires, and then they go to like a special vampire school. Like, oh no, this seems like a really good like guilty pleasure type read, the type of thing that like I could probably speed through and get through pretty easily. So like it seems like a little bit more entertaining than the other two. So I don't know. I'm gonna pick between the three. I doubt that I will get to all three. And it probably wouldn't be fair to the books to try and read all three YA books at one time, since YA isn't a genre that I'm comfortable with. It might not be a good idea. I mean, I feel like I'd be setting all of them up for failure if I tried to read one after the other after the other. But I don't know. Which three of the three do you think I should read? I want to read a YA novel, so let me know which one you think I should check out. And yeah, that's my TBR for the Genreathon. If you're participating, let me know below. I've watched like a ton of videos today, which is part of the reason why this video is so late. So, but yeah, you can link your video below if you want to share it. And yeah, I hope to keep you guys updated. I will probably be updating Twitter every so often and Goodreads to kind of keep up with progress if you want to know what's going on. I doubt I will vlog though. So yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Hope you're having a great day, and if you're participating in the readathon, I hope your readathon is off to a great start.